Alright, what we've done is reposition the jib at an angle where we can get a good shot on the video here. And what you're looking at is the jib wheel assembly that makes up the lifting component of the jib itself with the winch line and the sheave wheels. In order to adapt the material handler truck for lifting conductors for either single or three-phase, first thing we've got to do is remove the sheave wheel assembly. In this particular truck, this happens to be a Tico brand. We've got a square jib, which is a 4x4 jib. We've got to be able to adapt that truck from square to round. All of our accessories, lift arm components, set up for 3-inch diameter. So by adapting square to round, we can adapt our different attachments to this jib. What we've done is install the square adapter onto the square jib, which is upset on the top end to 3-inch, so it will accept all the accessories that we show in the catalog. What I have here is a single phase conductor lift head. If we were going to work a single phase, what I would do would be to install this onto this adapter so that we can pick up and lift and maneuver single conductors. The particular job we're going to do today is to change out a 3-phase pole. So on the 3-phase installation, we're going to adapt this same jib to a 3-phase lift arm. I might mention at this time, there are several truck manufacturers in the business make material handling trucks, some of the most popular being the Tico, the Altec, the High Ranger, the Telelect, the Asplin. And I believe that pretty well covers the majority of them. There are some others in the industry. Some of them have round jibs versus square. We make the round jib adapters to adapt all of our lift arm components and single conductor lift heads. What we'd like to show you at this time is the 3-phase lift arm that's pre-assembled. The same adapter that we've installed on the jib will accept the lift arm by pinning the adapter on the jib. And we'll have to extend the jib to rig up the arm. Position the truck so you get a better look at the jib assembly on the truck with a single conductor lift head assembly mounted to the jib. What we thought we would do while we've got this set up is go through an insulator change on a outside conductor utilizing the jib and the 4-way roller head. To show you how this jib works, and jib's very similar. As I mentioned earlier, you can pull this pin to get the length on the jib, and it also works hydraulically as far as up and down. Okay, for this particular job, we've already untied and lowered the neutral, so it's out of the work area. We're going go up and proceed to untie the conductor and position it where we can change out the insulator.
Alright, what we see here is the neutral has been disconnected. They're positioning the bucket and the jib arm to go in and take out the phase using the single phase multi-roller head. There the phase has been captured in the four-way roller head.
Out a sec too.
Alright, now we'll proceed to untie the phase.
Yeah, it should be. Okay, it'll clear.
Okay, now the phase has been disconnected. Going to remove the insulator. And replace it. Hoses are being placed on the outside phase, which has been untied. Which is being untied. Now the phase is free. And the hoses slid into place.
up to this point, we've basically shown the single phase adapter and how that would be applied on a material handler for lifting or positioning a single conductor. Now what we've done is we've removed the single conductor lift head, we've rubbered up all 3 phases, untied them, put them down on the cross arm. We come down and assembled and installed the 3-phase lift arm on the jib of the material handler. As you can see here, we've installed a square jib brace adapter, 3-phase lift arm. We adapted to the square jib adapter for the top end. We've installed a brace, 3 conductor holders. So then the next maneuver will be to go up, pick up all 3 conductors, move them out of the way so we can dig the hole and install the new pole.
Now we are positioning the mass into place, releasing the latches on the multi-roller conductor holders. As we see here, the mass is at a slight angle. At this time, that will work out fine, allowing us to pick up 1 phase and still obtain more clearance on the other side as we bring the other phases in. Okay, the phase is now controlled in the roller head. Now for the center phase. And now the other outside phase is being latched into place. At this point, now the mast can be repositioned and the material handler taking up so we can obtain the proper clearance for the pole change out. At this point, the new pole is being set into place. Now that our pole has been properly set into position, we will now reposition the arm, boom, bringing in the arm and the conductors, unhooking the phases and retying them in. Now the mast is in position. The first conductor is being released from the conductor holder. Now the center phase is being released. And the third phase has now been released from the arm. At this point, we can now rotate our mast so it will not interfere and go up and re-tie the conductors at this point. Now, as you can see, the brace pole from the arm has been disconnected so that the arm will not interfere as we tie in the conductors. Now the mast has been repositioned to tie in the last phase. Now the glass conductor has been tied into place. We will remove the rubber hoses and we will now bring the neutral back up in position, and the job will be, the pole change out will be complete.
Alright, we've made an effort to show you the application of the material handling truck for both single and three-phase lifting applications. We hope you've learned something by watching the video, which would show you basically what a material handler truck does and the type of equipment that we can provide in order to adapt to those trucks so that the utility can utilize them to the fullest extent. Again, as we mentioned earlier, the amount of money that a utility spends for just a plain man lifting bucket truck today, when they spend a little more money, they buy the material handling type truck. They can use that for other applications besides putting a man into position.